Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we're going to check out Transformers Prime Wars Combiner Wars Hound and Swindle. Sharing a mold similar to Protectobot Rook, Hound and Swindle both have the Scramble City mechanic, enabling them to convert into a combiner limb. In IDW Comics, Hound combined with Sky Lynx to form Sky Rain. Since Generation 1, Swindle has combined with Onslaught to form Bruticus. And in front of you is Transformers Prime Wars Combiner Wars, to the left Hound, to the right Swindle. And they are the same figure with different coloring and a slightly different head sculpt. Otherwise, exactly the same. Now, this is back before the age of Don't Hurt Yourself papers, so there is none to show you. And as you see, what came with them is behind them, other than the plastic bubble, which I have thrown away. So, Hound is a limb for Sky Rain, and of course, Swindle is a limb for Bruticus. I have all the parts for Bruticus, and most of the parts for Sky Rain. They get really expensive when you get to the last bits. I don't have Brawl for Bruticus, but also primarily because his waist is held together by one point that is apparently breakable, like super breakable. A lot of people complain about it just not supporting the weight. And so it's not on my priority list of getting. As far as Sky Lynx is concerned, I have a better version in the one that came in the Earthrise series. So I feel less compelled to get basically an inferior one that doesn't even come apart. So in addition, for Sky Rain, I do have Wheeljack, and I do have Trailbreaker, and I might have Smokescreen. I'm pretty sure I have at least that mold somewhere. It's probably part of the Minotaur. But anyway. It's not like I'm being all completionist here. I'm trying to collect all the pieces or anything. Just if I find something on sale, I will grab it. And in this case, these both were on eBay around the holidays of 2022. And you'll be surprised how much I got them for. I actually paid less than retail on Hound, and paid the difference of less than retail on Hound plus retail for Swindle. So they came out to retail price. I am not counting tax or shipping. Those are separate. But surprisingly, wow. And maybe surprisingly now, depending on where you live. Let's take a quick look at Hound real quick, and he got the Hound face, so they at least got that right. The body, of course, is more the IDW look rather than the G1 look. Because if you look at the Siege Hound, he was doing a Cybertronian form. So for IDW, I guess this is a nice cross between the two. And then we get to Swindle. Again, he got the head, he got the big old purple glasses on. And, same body, just, IDW look to him. And so let's start with Hound and Transformation. Maybe I should mention the accessories. So they both come with the same gun and the same foot / hand. And actually, I kind of wish I would have kept this design, because this is a lot better. I mean, it's both a hand and a foot for a combiner piece, instead of what they ended up doing near the end, where you got either a hand or a foot, depending on which piece you're supposed to be, I guess. And so you didn't get this like biposable thumb thing, which I think is fantastic looking, and definitely something they should have done all the way through, but whatever. Plus, I mean, it has its heel on it, which makes it just instantly supportable for a combiner. Then both their guns are this. Obviously, I'm showing you the gray ones because they look better on camera. Obviously, if I showed you the black ones, you may not be able to see this fine detail. But they're basically... the colors of certain parts on them that were whatever. Anyway, back to Hound. Transformation is both unique enough to be, okay, that's cool, but also it's a limb because it's not complicated. So let's start first by freeing off the backpack. Just let it kind of roll in there. And then we're going to flip it back a little bit, and we're going to turn the head 180 degrees. And if the head pops off, it's because the peg is super small and super loose. So I'm trying to support it by moving the whole gray piece here, but make sure the head's straight and out of the way. This is the combiner peg. We're not going to do anything with it. I'm not doing any combiner stuff today, so I'm sure I have like videos about combiners you can go check out somewhere. Anyway, you fold up the legs, and you can attach them once they meet in the middle here, and you can see they do this. And if we try to get both sides, that'd be nice. Toes, they come off, they slide down, and just a nice little joint there. And it just, you already kind of see where we're going. Now the tires have clearance. The arms are on these butterfly-ish joints, so we're going to swing them around, and we're going to turn the arms 90 degrees because we want them to fill this gap here. We're going to repeat it on the other side. You don't necessarily have to change the way your hands are positioned. It's up to you if you do. But otherwise, I mean, they're going to get covered up anyway. I think the preferred position, well, actually they're locked in, so you can't change the way the hands are. I thought you could, but never mind. So anyway, they're going to get covered anyway. So we're going to pop this forward. It's going to cover up the fists for the most part. And there is a tab. No, it's open space, less a tab, but there is a tab here that goes into that open space. And assuming everything is clicked together, it'll more or less stay in place if you can get everything to line up. And it's being difficult today. You know, of course, oh, there we go. So it snaps into place. There we go. It rolls fine. And then, of course, you can attach the foot piece wherever you want. They made a nice little peg on the top so you can do something like that. And then, of course, you can have the gun onto the side of one of those other pegs. And, I mean, it looks like a Jeep, which is, I guess, the end goal here. And it's very, very nice looking. But let's repeat that in case you didn't pick it up the first time. And we'll pull his weapons off. And same exact transformation. And I just want to double check something. Yeah, the wrists don't swivel. Okay, so I'm going to free his backpack. Oh, that is a new problem. I haven't had that problem before. So anything that happens like that, you can usually just snap it back into place. And it locks all nicely into place. Then again, stick that down there, and you can stick this on here facing the other way, whatever you want to do. And I think they look fantastic if they would tab in perfectly everywhere, because they look like nice suburban vehicles, like all-terrain vehicles, I guess. I mean, there's a nice cross between Cybertron and Earthling. I mean, they got the roll cage and everything in there, and they look like, I mean, wow, actually, I didn't realize they had painted his front end, but it really just didn't do much with his. It's interesting. But similarities, if you can see them, nice purple, that Hound didn't get that additional major coloring. So you kind of see where they moved some of the coloring for the paint. So, yeah, they're pretty good figures, and they're a nice addition to the Combiner. Tell me in the comments your thoughts on this video. Did you like what you saw, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.